Inspiration, transformation, success stories, and the Imperfect Action Round. 7 days a week. Join Mario Ficini for today's Expert Authority Effect interview.
Expert Authority World, we've got an episode here today. I want to wish you a happy New Year's Eve, and that was the whole premise of this. I had something planned out, but I guess I don't want to joke about it, but I do. I wanted to make a joke and say this is a fitting end to 2020 because it seems like the year has just been, who knows? I don't think any of us really know. It's been not what we expected, and I was really looking forward today, and now I'm a little sad and upset and frustrated and irritated and frankly a little pissed because overall I've had a great year and I'm thankful for that, and only in the last few days, I think from something I ate or maybe it's either that or emotional, I have not been feeling great. And I've been feeling great all year. And it's not what you think, because I can smell, taste, and the food I've been eating is delicious. I made some scrambled eggs the other night with a lot of butter, and it was delicious. But I definitely ate something. I have a headache right now and was just shaking. This is supposed to be a chalice filled with energy drink. It's tea. And I didn't want to do this. But I keep thinking about you. And every time I don't want to, I still do it. This is by far the worst. I was just listening to Amazing Grace and O Come Emmanuel. I don't know about any copyright things. I actually have them on the other screen here. Can you hear them? Or is it just in my earbuds? I've got some nice music here. I'm really looking forward to seeing my friends. I'm really looking forward to seeing my family, and there's nothing more I despise than having a headache when I can't think and be effective to help other people. But I know I have to rest and take care of myself too. And I'm feeling better. I don't know what the heck it was either. Oh, I know exactly what it was. And I even posted about it online. I think I might be cutting out the sugar and pop even for the one time a year I have it. It was without a doubt in my mind. Eating 2/3 of a pack of cookies is probably a dumb idea. That's on me. But right now I was like, I planned on actually making this pretty sarcastic and kind of snarky, and I don't know. It's the last day of 2020, and there's so many people just wishing it was over. And I gotta say, I really wish it wasn't, because there's a lot of good that came through. And I feel like in some ways we're still back in March and April. And things didn't get started. And in other ways, a lot of things really took off. I don't think I've ever really announced this. What do I want to say? It's be thankful for what you have. It's never going to be perfect. There's always going to be something. And even when you don't feel like you can, that's when you need to do it the most, and I know that. I probably shouldn't be on here, and I definitely don't like these lights on. It's hurting my eyes, to be honest, so I got to keep it short. I was planning on doing a couple videos, but I'm not. But then I felt bad for not doing it because I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And you might feel the same way. It might not be this, but I'm sure there's something you have on your heart that you know you're supposed to be doing, and when you don't do it, it just really resonates. Let me rephrase that. It feels like crap, and you know it. It's the last day of the year. We'll never get this year back. And I feel like we are robbed. Flat out. Flat out. I think that's it. I'm not going to go into a thing on that, but I feel like we are robbed. Without a doubt in my mind. But it really doesn't matter. Because Jesus still sits on the throne, regardless of who's in office. And it's going to be an interesting week. Also, it doesn't really matter what happens through the year, it's what you make of it. And I'm happy to say there's been a lot of good. There's been a lot of good. I'm actually very thankful for 2020. I've been running my mouth for 2 years that 2020 is going to be my decade. It's the first time I've been alive. Oh, look at that. I'm so coherent, I even put my shirt on backwards. Fantastic. Whatever. 2020 is the decade. First time in my lifetime, we get to create the Roaring 20s. I was really looking forward to it. I still am. We still got 9 more years left. And it's happening. It's already happening. But clearly everything's not been perfect. And there's some people who are just like, oh, the whole year sucked and this and that. I don't think so. I don't think so, because I've noticed a pattern. And it's the same people who every year they're like, oh, I can't wait for the new year. I don't need a new year. I just need another, not even a minute, just to make a decision, and you can change everything. And just keep doing them. I'm actually very thankful for this because it's allowed me to see. It's made everything really black and white. And some of the things and people I may have been apologizing for in the gray area because I want the best for them. What's that whole leading someone to drink a water? That's great. The donkey, the horse thing. You can lead. You can encourage people, but you can't force them. Rolf. Yes, you will, and I can't wait. If there's one thing this year has brought us more, it's closer to family and friends. Or at least it should have, and if you haven't figured that out this year, good luck this decade. I'm really glad Rolf said hi here. I really appreciate him. Yeah, I might not be eating everything that's available, but I just want to see everyone. I miss people. I'm so thankful that I got to go to church 3 times this week and go again. I guess I'm a nutritionist now. If you're eating a lot of good foods and different things this week or weekend, or this whole holiday. No, this Christmas season. Leftovers are good, but don't keep them too long. I hope this is helping. It feels the most anticlimactic episode I've ever done, but I committed to doing this show, and there's been many times I haven't wanted to and haven't felt great. And I can hear it, and some of it's edited out, and other times in this one, I just needed to do. And the crazy thing is, what gave me a little spark of smile was when I turned this on. I wasn't going to turn on the lights because they really are, they're intense. They're intense. That's why it looks good. But the crazy thing is, even before I turned them on, it still looked 90% of the way, maybe 95%. And it still looked better than most. And I love sharing that with people, so that way your stuff can look and sound and read well. Because the reality is, when you know what you're doing, it's second nature, and you don't need to try too hard. I don't think there's been a lower point all year, and of all the days of the year, where I looked my worst, the production I still think looks pretty freaking awesome, if you ask me. And even if I turned these off, there is a little bit of a thing on my shoulder, and it's just a pet peeve of mine because it happens with the vest too. So I turned on the fill light over here. But even without that and those, it still was good. But I was debating about, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Thank you, Marianne. Yeah, so how are we wrapping up 2020? Hopefully it's not sitting on a couch alone. I think everyone has had enough of that. I'm thinking of family and friends right now. And I know they haven't been able to see people. And I just want to let you know, I'm thinking of you. I love you. I'm praying for you. And that's why I'm doing this, because I'm not stopping. And this actually used to deter me, and all it does is add fuel to the fire. Because I know there's a lot of people who need help. And I'm still going to help them. And ever since I started the show, I've been making more and more friends who are freaking... What word did I just say? Did I say freaking? They're world changers. And they want to help also. And they are. And we're all doing it slightly differently, but we all have a common ground. And I'm just very thankful there's still tens and hundreds of millions of good people. What's the world pop? Let's find out. What's the world population? Oh, it didn't read it off, maybe because I'm streaming. 7.8 billion. I'd venture to say there's billions of people then. Wow, 7.8? I thought we were at 6.7. Guess I'm a decade behind. If you have something on your heart, if you have something you want to share it, and don't hesitate. Who's the person you didn't talk to all that year that you've been thinking about 15 different times? Call them, send them an email, send them a text. No, call them. Don't get away from the freaking text, I swear to God. Here's the uplifting speech. If you're still breathing, you still have time. Don't take it for granted, no matter who tries to stop you. It's precious, and so are you. And if you stop believing in miracles, perhaps it's because you forgot you are one. It might be the last day of the year, but it's not the last day of your life. And I guess I will sneak in a snarky comment. Simply, alliteration. It's not going to have the same delivery. But the point is this. Today is a day. And tomorrow's a day. I gotta go. Tomorrow's a day. It's a new day. It's a new year. But don't think you have to wait till a new year to make a new change. What was the snarky thing? That wasn't snarky. Oh, tomorrow's a new day. Everything's going to be drastically different. That wasn't it either. I apologize. I'm firing on about half a cylinder at the moment. But you know what I'm thankful for? And I pray that you do this too, that when you're down to pretty much nothing, all the stuff that matters just gets hyper clear. And if you can do it in that moment in any day, what makes you think you can't do it in another moment any other day? Why do we tolerate the BS when we're feeling great? Isn't that the time when we're supposed to be enjoying it? Because we're feeling great, not using all of our excess. It's basically profit energy. You know, if you want to talk about time profit, it's extra time. If you want to talk about financial profit, it's extra money. What about energy profit? If you have an abundance of it left over, what are you doing to divert it? Is it dealing with BS issues? I hope not. I try to minimize that stuff all the time. And let me have more tea. Thankful for the Skyline Club. That's where I had one of my book launch parties. And if you notice, I'm not really left-handed, but that's how I had to hold this to do the product placement. So, you know, nothing wrong with that. Feel free. All right, we're going to do one recap. If you didn't know I live stream these, I invite you to join on YouTube. Mainly. Facebook also. I'm not as white as my shirt, so I guess that means okay. Should have seen me an hour ago. Casper would be freaking out. It's not that bad. I gotta kill these other two. If you didn't know that I live stream these, I do. If you're listening on the audio experience, I invite you to join the live stream. And if you've enjoyed the live stream, you may not even know this is a podcast and I have an audio experience. So check out eainterviews.com. I have it all. There's an app. I've put so much into this. I just had the biggest month of the year. And the show's growing, and I'm so thankful for you. Because this was the goal from the beginning, and maybe it's surreal, and I have no doubt on some level, emotionally, something's affecting me. I'm just really excited, and I can't wait till I feel better. because I want to just... I can't even... I can visualize it. I am nowhere near of being able to fully express. I'm just very thankful. I just want to help more. Happy New Year. I'll see you on the next one, that I can guarantee. All right, Expert Authority World. We have another great episode here today. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day and a great new year. And God bless. You're already the expert, but have you transformed your expertise into a tangible asset that will generate and qualify leads while increasing profit for you 24/7? And if so, how well are you promoting it? With the Expert Authority Effect publishing method, it's easier and faster than ever. Visit freebusinessbookpublishingcourse.com today to learn the 7 steps to publish and promote your nonfiction lead and profit-generating business book in 8 weeks. Visit freebusinessbookpublishingcourse.com to get started now. Once again, that's freebusinessbookpublishingcourse.com. Hey, thanks for listening to today's episode. I hope you got a lot out of it. I know I sure did. If you haven't done so already, I invite you to subscribe to the show. And also be sure to check out eainterviews.com for complete show notes, the full interview video experience, links to the resources we mentioned, and more. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow.